a comprehensive look at trends, fund profiles, and more in Exploring ETFs.
We're going to talk about some of the best new ETFs now, something we haven't done in a while, with our ETF Research Director, Nina Mishra, who joins me here. So the ETF industry continues to grow, albeit at a slower pace.
Yes. So this year, 73 ETFs have launched so far, taking the total number of products to 1886 and assets under management to a little over 2.2 trillion. But as you said, the pace has slowed, and in fact, if I have a chart here on the second slide, and this I took from the Wall Street Journal. So in the first quarter of this year, 43 ETFs launched, which was more than, worse than half of the peak, the recent peak of 90 ETFs in the third quarter of 2015.
So what's the reason?
I think the main reason is that the easy ideas have already been taken.
That doesn't say a lot about the industry.
Yes, 100 largest ETFs, they control more than 75% of the ETF industry assets. And those, because of their massive assets under management, those ETFs are able to work with very low expense ratios. And those are ETFs which focus on broader market or broader sectors or broader industries. So for new entrants, it's very difficult to compete with established providers and these low-cost broad ETFs. So they are now trying to come up with something different, with newer ideas. So we see these new ETFs which are getting more specific on niche, focusing on a very specialized strategy or a very narrow segment of any industry or sector. Like we have seen ETFs focused on obesity, Catholic values, and drones this year. So talking about new ETFs, today we wanted to discuss two new ETFs launched this year, which in my view hold a lot of potentials and are worth taking a look.
Okay. One of them is the Vanguard International Dividend Appreciation ETF, right?
Yes, the ticker is VIGI.
Right.
It is the international version of the ultra-popular Vanguard Dividend Appreciation ETF with the ticker VIG. And that VIG is, I think, one of the best dividend ETFs available to investors. And I'm pretty sure I have discussed it in this segment couple times. So this ETF is, as I said, is the international version, and it provides exposure to more than 200 companies from the developed and emerging markets which have a history of increasing their dividends. I like dividend growth companies in particular because those are companies which have solid balance sheets and stable cash flows. So they not only provide income streams which will grow in future because of dividend growth, but they also provide stability to portfolio during market downturns. So those are good companies to invest in. Very cheap, charges just 25 basis points in expenses, which is very, very reasonable for an international ETF. Tencent, Nestle, and Novartis are the top 3 holdings as of now for this ETF.
Okay. Then there's the First Trust Dorsey Wright Dynamic Focus 5 ETF. Wow.
It's a long name.
What a long name.
The ticker is FVC.
Right.
And it is the dynamic version of the popular Focus 5 ETF with the ticker FV. FV invests in 5 sector ETFs with best relative strengths. And relative strength in simple words is price momentum compared to its peers. So this the ETF FV invests in 5 best sector ETFs with best momentum, and the newer version FVC, it adds a risk management strategy to the existing strategy of FV. So in addition to sector rotation, FVC also invests in cash as represented by 1 to 3 months treasury bills for risk management purpose. It invests in cash when relative strength of at least 1/3 of ETFs in the universe shows diminishing values compared to cash. The cash index can go from 0% to 95% of the index, but at one evaluation, at the time of one evaluation, it can increase only by increase or decrease by 33% at a time. Being smart beta ETF, its expenses are slightly higher, 79 basis points, but I think it's having the risk management component of investing, the flexibility of investing in cash when the market is going down is a good strategy to have in the current uncertain market environment. So these are the two ETFs I think which are worth a look for investors.
Okay, maybe we'll do this again a little bit later in the year.
Yeah, definitely.
Check out some other new ones. In the meantime, do you own either of these?
I don't.
All right. And you can read more on ETFs in the ETF section of our website, zacks.com. If you're not there already watching this video, get on over to the home page. Use the Funds tab in the top toolbar. That'll cause another drop down to occur, and then you can go right to the ETF section of zacks.com that way. With Nina, I'm Terry Ruffalo.